Hi, I'm Jim Zecca. I'm the Director of Solid Waste and Sanitation for Madison County.
Jim, I understand that something interesting is going on in Madison County regarding agricultural plastics.
Yes, Richard, we have a company that we're working with called Plastics to Oil, and it's a new technology. They're based out of Niagara Falls, New York, and what's really interesting is they're taking plastics and turning them into clean, no sulfur diesel fuel. And one of the problems that we've been looking at and we've been faced with throughout the state is what to do with agricultural plastics that are being generated. Most of them are film plastics that you see that are wraps around bales of hay bales, the larger hay bales. They're the material that's used to store silage. These long tubes that you'll see out in fields now, wrapped in white plastic. That material, unfortunately, by most farms have been burned on the farm or buried on site, which is something we want to discourage. The problem with trying to recycle that material, as you can imagine, it gets very dirty in the process of trying to collect it and bring it to a recycling center. So the typical plastic markets that are out there for most plastics that we generate are not available to the ag plastic waste. So this particular company can handle relatively dirty materials and again turn them into a useful product, which is fuel. And as we all know, fuel prices are going up and up and up. This is just another way of recycling our waste plastics that we normally can't do anything with. And some other materials that we're working with this company with are plastic materials that we call bulky plastics. 5-gallon buckets, old laundry baskets, lawn furniture, the plastic disposable lawn furniture. Once it breaks, there's really no fixing it. So unfortunately, it's winding up in our landfills or going to a waste-to-energy facility and not being recycled. Well, this company will take those types of materials and, again, turn it into a useful product, diesel fuel. So,
how far along are we on this project, Jim?
Well, we had baled some of the materials. You can see some photographs here of some of the materials we baled. The agricultural plastics, some film plastics that have very limited markets, which are the dirty grocery bags, and again the bulky plastics. And we shipped out a test load to the folks in Niagara Falls during the summer, and the test went very well. We're in the process of signing an agreement, a supply agreement with the company for sending them this material. But ultimately, we want them to develop a processing facility here in central New York at our site in Madison County. And what we're hoping to do is get all of the surrounding counties to work together with us and to take these type of materials out of our waste streams and again to make a useful product, which is the diesel fuel, the clean diesel fuel.
What kind of time frame are you working on?
We had a nice discussion with the executives from the company. Again, this is a new company, and they've been doing a lot of research and development at the site. Their hopes are within a year they would be able to build a second commercial facility, and again we would like to see them build it right at our site, and we would be a regional facility for collecting all these types of waste plastics that have again been going into the waste stream, into the landfill, into waste-to-energy facilities, or worse, on farms being illegally burned or buried on site. We don't want to see that with this material.
Have you sent out any feelers to the other counties, and if so, what has been the reception?
Actually, I've met with some of the agricultural organizations, not only in Madison County, but folks in Otsego County, Delaware County, and recently I met with the executive director here in Oneida County about some of the excess plastic materials that they're collecting at the single stream recycling facility that they really can't market, and it's winding up going up to the Ava landfill. which is mostly the film plastic, the grocery bags, or garbage bags that might have gotten into the recycling stream, and they can't recycle those now. They're very interested in maybe taking that material and sending them to this type of facility that would generate diesel fuel.